This is pretty good turnout for just before Christmas.
For Christmas, yeah.
See,
right,
I think I
look at
have
this doc.
selective mute from my wife already.
That's selective hearing.
Carl, are you going to run this meeting?
I guess I can.
You should, because you played the game more than I have. So.
Everybody's played the game more than you.
Girl.
But we don't make videos like you do.
So no one's actually done anything to the document.
I did.
Yeah, you added public service announcement by Karlovsky.
Karlovsky.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to start then.
We'll flesh it out.
I'm going to start. Do we have any visitors? Well, okay, this is our 22nd of December meeting. It's noon somewhere. Not here. Then we're going to start. We're going to recognize visitors. Do we have any visitors?
I don't see anyone particularly new.
So we won't recognize visitors or new members. Any new members? No.
There's some members that were made member this week, so congratulations to.
Who would that be?
I mean,
Peterman, I suppose.
Peterman.
And this is actually my first meeting I've actually been on time for, too.
Nice. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Count Draco, I'm thinking Shepard either last week or this week. There are a couple here today. So congrats, welcome.
Yes, welcome. As per our usual structure, if you can get a word in edgewise, just throw up an X into the meeting channel and we'll try to squeeze you in. Wolfish EU is not the chairman this week. I am. Time limits. I don't think we'll have time limits this week because we got nothing on the agenda. No, time limits are 5 for minor items, 10 for bigger. So that leaves us time for play. Announcements. Anybody have an announcement other than what I'm going to say?
I'd like to announce something.
Okay.
DCS is 50% off for a lot of the modules, except a couple. And DCS is going through a massive change right now. The Tomcat's just about to come out, and the latest video is stunningly beautiful, so I'll link that in the meeting chat here. And that's really good.
Yeah, all the modules that are not on 50% off are the ones I want.
Well, Hornet is like 25% off. The Tomcat isn't out, so it's still on pre-order bonus. The Gazelle is the only one that doesn't make any sense.
But a great game, though, nevertheless.
Yeah, it's still free to get into it, guys. But if you want to pick up a module, do it in the winter sale. It's 50% off for most of them.
That is a very good sale.
Well, that's me done.
Any other announcements before I get into my public service announcement?
It's a good one.
Okay, here goes my public service announcement. As a community in EC, we're more than just a gaming community. I think we have pretty much proven that we've developed long-term friendships and some significant relationships here. It's come to our knowledge that there is a particular individual who will remain nameless in our group who is going through some particularly difficult times right now. And so I'm gonna categorize everybody into one of two groups: people who are religious or people who are not religious. The religious people amongst us, if you wouldn't mind throwing a shout up to the big guy upstairs for this individual, who I won't name. And for the non-religious people, you can throw something out to the universe to help this individual. We just are concerned about them, and we want to be thinking about them. And so that's just basically my public service announcement. Any questions? Thoughts?
How can you pray for somebody that you don't know?
He knows him.
You can know. Yeah, you just pray for that person.
You just say.
That's what I'm saying. We're keeping the person nameless, so we can't really pray for that person.
You could technically just say, my thoughts and prayers
Dear
go
God.
out to org members who are having difficulty.
Exactly. And just be sensitive that sometimes people are having a really, really crappy day, week, month, year, whatever. But if I were doing it, I would say, God, you know who it is. I don't know who it is, but you do. And so it was mentioned in the meeting, and could you give them some peace or whatever?
Sounds good. Thanks.
Yeah, and I would just like to follow up by saying that we are a gaming community. We're supposed to be a team and a bunch of friends. And if you are having trouble and you mention it casually to another org member and they don't give you the amount of interest, like if basically you say I'm having a really hard time and they say, oh, that's unfortunate, and they leave, and you feel like you need more, then contact me, and don't just say I'm having a hard time. You're like, I'm having a really hard time and I really need to talk, and I will stop work and I will make sure that I talk with you and come up with a solution that gets your day a little bit better, or et cetera, et cetera. I'm not trying to labor this, but I find it unacceptable that one of us could get to a point where they don't feel that that the community at large here is a good way to get what they need. So again, last case, just get a hold of me and I'll talk to you.
And I think that probably goes for all the leadership and for whoever else you just happen to communicate with. Okay, Noob, you're up for your contest.
Wait,
Yeah.
for those non-religious of us, would a GoFundMe help or anything like
I don't think it's financial. I think it's just people having a shitty day.
that? Okay.
And I'm not making light of it. You know, it is real. It's
Yeah.
just, no, I don't think it's monetary.
Okay. Understood.
In this case, it's not. But if it were, we would make a different kind of appeal.
Yeah, we've done this in the past. We've supported members in the past when individual things come up. So that's definitely within.
Okay, Noob, you're up for the Carrick.
Very quick and dirty. The monthly giveaway is a Carrick. It's a fun ship that's pissed people off and made them happy lately, so I decided to give it away. So yeah, the link is there. All you need to do is subscribe and comment. And I don't care if the org member wins legit. I will give it to an org member. It would actually make me very happy to give it to one of you guys. So that's
I volunteered to win it.
okay if I must.
Okay, let's talk about. But that's very nice of you to give that away. Let's talk about 3.4. Is it buggy? Discuss.
Yes.
3.4.1 specifically is supposed to be buggy.
PTU or the full release?
There's
I'm
no
in-
PTU right now.
There's no PTU.
I'm in PU right now, 3.4.1. I'm not having too many issues. There's the standard issues that you always have, networking and stuff like that. There's some glitches, but I mean, that's like asking, is this Star Citizen?
I only want two things. I want my missiles in my miss, and the other is I don't want my miss to blow up when I open a back hatch to get into it.
Well, you guys do realize that the shields for all the variants on the freelancers have been taken down.
Mine came up when I after I launched and took off, all my shields came up.
Yes, but the patch
They're
notes,
not. They're not
Okay.
really there.
right. The graphic for the shields are there, but the patch notes for 3.4 said that all freelancer variants shields are disabled.
Ah,
A stiff wind will knock you out of the air, literally explode you.
So yes, there is quite a few bugs, but the nice thing is I've noticed we've tried playing the other night, and the frame rates are pretty spectacular compared to previous release.
Concur.
Yeah.
I'm getting 4 frames at lag ski. Right.
well, it's almost butter smooth for me at Olisar and Daemon.
I'm in Lorville right now, and the frame rates are about 25.
Yeah. So there's
That's what I was thinking last night too.
Yeah, there's a lot of improvements in on the game. It's something that does, like, when you start getting into combat, though, it does get a little bit laggy and a little bit glitchy, or at least for me it does. But I got a potato computer, so mileage may vary.
And if Steam Rose is flying the hammerhead, it can be laggy.
Does anybody have insight, or not, I mean, not new information, but better understanding than I do of this $46 million investment that's going on right now with the CIG. I'm not real clear on what that's all.
Noob, you're up.
Oh, what? The Fallout 76?
No, they
No.
want to talk about the
46 million. Wake up.
they want to
Oh,
talk about
46 million? Yeah, yeah. What is it? 17,000 Legatus package. That's what that guy got. No.
he
So,
gets
yeah,
the
there's a
solid gold hammerhead.
Yeah, there's a difference between a backer, which is us, and an investor, I guess. Investor, he's obviously going to get return of contribution. That's the whole point. I'm just going to quickly say, though, I mean, everyone is smart and everyone gets it. That's good. Everyone thinks like there's guys on social media, they're blowing it out of proportions. Like, oh, the game is fucked because they've got no money and they're looking outside. This isn't that. If you read exactly what that letter came out as, it's Chris Roberts had a bromance with another movie maker, and he was able to convince the guy that this game is the next level, something we already feel. And so he was able to get this guy to say, yep, this is coming out. They assessed the game company at being 500 million and said you get 10%, that's 46 mil, and boom, more money for advertising. So our pledge money doesn't go into advertising, just like our pledge money doesn't go into making Around the Verse. I think it's a win-win all around. It gives stability. It shows that an intelligent person, not just the regular plebes like us, but like an actual intelligent person who knows about money, thinks that that's a good use of his money. So I'm satisfied by it. A lot of people are confused or something, but it's good. Sorry, that's probably not what you wanted to hear from me.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good idea as well. I mean, it's a non-controlling interest, so the guy is basically just doing it because he's got confidence that this thing's going to materialize into something big, and he'll get it.
I just wasn't clear on what the basically the flow of the money. What I mean, I don't want to know who's putting in what, but I mean the purposes. You just explained that, and what's the overall goal and outcome. I think you explained that pretty well too. So I didn't have an opinion on it one way or the other. I got the letter, the email, and I was just kind of confused by it.
There's another good thing about this. The fact that they looked for investors for the marketing of Squadron 42 means that they are reasonably assured that the 18-month timeline they gave is going to happen.
Yep. And then that's the next thing as well. So we're going to talk about that a little bit more in the future, the squadron roadmap. That's on the discussion topic thing as well. So did that answer the question as to the 46 mil?
Yeah, I only have one other clarification for it. But because Noob is Canadian, the 500 million is Canadian and the 10% at 46 million is US.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Thanks.
It's all Canadian pesos.
The mud is a little less murky. Thank you.
Nice.
It's actually an awesome deal. I'm in real life, I'm a commercial mortgage broker, and when I read the deal, I just said, "Fantastic! Just a great
it's
idea."
It's a no-brainer. It doesn't. There's no negative at all. The guy has no controlling stake. He literally loses money if the game isn't successful. You know, like there's nothing negative.
Yeah, he's risking $46 million on that. This is going to be a huge success. Otherwise, he's sucking slew water. Okay.
Yeah, it does suggest that they expect the game to make probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 50 million each, which I'm sure it could. That doesn't seem like it would be a whole lot per member of the player base.
Did you say 50 million per year?
This guy also got access to all of the back end, right? He's seen in that letter, it says that not only did they have a bromance, he also was shown for 2 days, start to finish, all of what was being developed, and then he committed the money. So I think if you and I were on the fence and we saw what he saw, it would make sense that we would also be convinced that, yes, this is going to happen. So by default, that's the stance that I've taken. Because this guy, who has a lot more money than I do, says it's good to go. I'm put at ease, right? I'm also frustrated that it's going to be 18 months. That's longer than we were expecting. But at the same time, it needs to be done right. It can't be like another Fallout 76 segue.
Well done.
Okay,
So-
Gully,
76.
What?
is Fallout 76 viable or is it still a dumpster fire? Is it something the community wants to get together and
No, I wouldn't. It's fun if you don't mind playing Fallout 4 online with a bunch of it's going to be a dumpster fire. Period. They've got the only way they're not going to make that a dumpster fire is if they take it back, redo it on a completely new engine, and then put it back out.
That's disappointing. That game had so much promise.
It did, and I'm a big Fallout fan, so I mean,
Perfect.
Bethesda choked on a dick on that one, dude.
Whoa. You could have just said a sausage. Anyways. All right. Carl, are you done with that other?
At least it was an interesting way of putting it.
Yeah, definitely got people's attention. Carl left. Perfect. So what I got next is the Squadron roadmap came out. Obviously, you guys are familiar with that. I can link it for those.
Yeah, I definitely looked it over. It looks really good.
Okay. So good news about it. At least we have a date. At least we have a chain of events. The great thing about it too is that there are a lot of things on that roadmap that aren't on the PU roadmap that are shared. Things like player vaulting, player mounting, jumping, swimming, all these things, all the AI, all that stuff is there. There is listed for a Titan suit. Don't get crazy excited yet, because the Titan suit may only be NPC controlled, like something that you see on the battlefield. It could be something that you use only in Squadron. But, I mean, we know that appetite for money is there, and they don't seem to care too much about balance yet. So they may just make a sale for it. And then I imagine that will be the most popular thing, aside from the Grey Cat, that's ever sold in store.
Why do you think that?
The Titan suit?
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to be Iron Man?
It may not be able to fly, though.
I mean, we have ships for that.
Yeah.
Anyways, moral of the story is that's good to go. If you don't have the time to look through it yourself, you should. I'm going to be making a video. It's actually the next video that I'm currently working on while we have the meeting, and it should be out in an hour or two. And it's a full detailed rundown of what it is and what it means. So that's it. What's this time to move back to TeamSpeak stuff?
Because it keeps dropping me. Discord.
Oh, that's just you, Carl. That's your potato computer.
Yeah.
No, this is my new computer. It's not a potato.
Potato.
New potato computer.
It's you guys are American. It's a potato.
Not by today's standards, anything less than an i7 is a potato for Star Citizen.
Mine to 9.
Well, I thought it was powered by a hamster.
Yeah. So
No, that's
Hitman,
not
you're right.
Well, the
You're
hand
right.
eats the potato.
Hitman made a comment there that it looks like 2 more years. Yeah, I mean, we all know this. Things are going to get delayed, and it's again super frustrating. I had a big conversation with Board Gamer today because none of us are concerned. We know that it'll be fine, but we just expected greatness sooner, right? Minimum viable product is when the channel is going to go, and this is again very self-centric, but it has connotations for the game and everything like that. What we basically need to do is keep doing what we're doing and enjoy each other's company and play the PU, whatever part of it we get, test the new stuff, have fun, get good, play other games, do other stuff, take care of your family and yourself, and then when the game goes live, when we get actual persistence and they say never again will it be wiped, boom. Then we play.
I would say like maybe 3 to 6 months before the game goes live, we should start like really looking at details and what we should be doing and forming up wings and solidifying things a bit more.
Well, so I think that's going to happen naturally. I know that Braxton, who's not here today, he is literally waiting for 3.5 to generate a training plan, and I plan to invest tens of hours, if not hundreds of hours, in Arena Commander. Gully, you remember what it was like before. Every single night I was in there for 3 or 4 hours, just killing stuff, playing, and getting good, because that's the thing. So 3.5 is when that should start to happen again. I'll always be in there, and you guys come and go as you please, and just train. By default, just by doing that through osmosis, what you're talking about is going to happen, and then plans get made, changed, And like that's going to happen for cargo, for all the other mechanics as they come in. So I'm not.
Yeah.
I think it's just going to happen naturally, and if it doesn't, we'll just push a little bit.
I think you need to put 46 million hours in.
Whoa.
Yep. Okay.
Did you?
I think that's all I got.
Did you talk about Fallout in my Fallout?
Yeah. Yeah, it's still a dumpster fire, and you shouldn't be buying it. Are there any new games that people are tracking that look really good, or even movies? I know Hellboy's coming out.
I'll wait for people to watch that and tell me if it's.
Yeah, same here. I'm kind of on the fence.
It may not be sci-fi or actiony, but Mary Poppins Returns, that was pretty darn good.
It's about fucking time. What was it? I watched a movie trailer. New. Give me a sec. Anyways, you guys carry on, and I'll just kind of chime in when I find it.
I think we're near the end here. It's teapot time, but there's nobody new.
No. All right, Rinsler, I vote you to say.
You would definitely regret that.
We should have Steam sing.
Confirm.
Yeah, but
Tingle.
She'd make us all sound really bad, though. Like the rest of us would be like, we're never singing because we're never gonna be as good as Steam Road.
That's okay. There's no new people here.
I'll pass.
I think we were planning on playing some Conan Exiles, testing that out, seeing the new changes everybody's interested in.
Oh, awesome! Like I've been popping in and out of there and never catching anybody on that damn thing. I'm all alone.
We've been avoiding it.
All right, then I'm going to wind the meeting up because we're done.
I have one final thing. Those of you, I know some of you were looking, like Createch, I think you were looking for, Andrew had a bunch of really good videos that were all about like cap ships and stuff like that. Andrew's become active again, and he actually has brought his channel back, and he started populating stuff in it. So those videos that you wanted, now would be a great time to potentially, if you wanted to use them just for your own personal thing, in case he deletes them again. If you need to know, let me know, and I can tell you how to capture a video, pull it from the internet, and save it as an MP3 or MP4, so that you actually just have it.
Is he doing
YouTube downloader?
Correct, YouTube downloader. And it's not that I'm purposely telling you to take it and host it somewhere. I'm just saying, take it and keep it as a reference for yourself, because he is very good. Like he's very detailed, and the stuff that he comes up with is very thoughtful and correct. So yeah.
Yeah, just don't host it somewhere else like the Russians did. That was a huge kerfuffle.
Oh, yeah.
A bunch of Russians took his movies, did some translation, and started marketing them in Russia, and then charging and getting advertising off.
And you know what? It doesn't really. Okay, we're done the meeting, right? It doesn't really fucking matter, because you get pennies, like literally pennies, and the Russian dudes are gonna get pennies on your work. It's not even worth it unless you get off on it, that it's like your thing. You get to delete other people or screw with other people who are trying to screw with you. I mean, the same thing's happened to me, and when I really sat down and thought about it, I'm missing 57 cents from a person who'd never watched my video anyways. You know?
Yeah, I don't think it was a monetary thing. I think it was a
pride,
personal affront.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's pretty stupid. Let's be reasonable. I'm a 2-bit YouTuber for an obscure game. It doesn't, it's not like I'm not like PewDiePie.
Yeah, but your spouse is not an IP lawyer.
Sure.
Anyway,
I don't know. I think that we're headed there's like a low-level cyber war going on with Russia right now, and it's in like every single aspect of society.
There's nothing low level about it.
Hey, amen to that, Chief.
They screwed with the presidential election, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, we're the United States and some of the other countries of the West are at a full-scale cyber war with.
It's so
And
refreshing.
don't forget China.
It's so good to hear somebody say that, because that is the truth. Cyber war is in full swing.
Same with China. We're doing it's the same thing with China. It might not be against the Chinese government specifically, but China has a lot of hackers, Russia has a lot of hackers, and shit's going down. And I mean, we're spooling up, like the Texas National Guard is spooling up 3 more cyber warfare divisions.
I just hope we have a lot of stuff going on because I don't want to be pummeled by everybody. I know that sounds terrible, but
Like we as an EEC.
no, the U.S.
It's okay, Radar. If your company goes down, we'll help you.
You're not gonna have to really worry about that, Radar. I mean, we get attacked and we get fucked with a lot, but there's a lot more that never actually comes to fruit because of people. We got people.
Just remember, Radar, EC's got your back.
Uh-huh.
And your front.
Anything happens, we'll go after them with internet spaceships.
You joke. Space Force for the win. Space Force for the
No,
win.
really. I mean, like you this is at the risk of going too political here. You hear in the news all the shit about, Russian hackers and Chinese hackers and all that. It does kind of make you wonder and hope that we're not sitting on our ass.
Canadian hackers.
We're not.
Noob hackers.
Oh yeah, all those Canadian hackers. Whoa.
So
That's
a lot.
bacon.
Here's the thing: the United States doesn't usually put out what it's doing on the cyber terrorism or the cyber warfare front because most of cyber warfare actually constitutes as espionage.
All right.
Turn the recorder off, and then I'll talk.
Break
No, it
for
doesn't.
games.
It's just accidentally hitting the wrong button on my keyboard. That's not espionage.
My bad. My bad.
So,
Oops.
break for games. Battlefield, man. I need to play Battlefield soon.
Merry Christmas and happy holidays.
I'm off to New Eden playing Eve later.
There you go.
I'm sitting at the bar at Levski, being an NPC.
Nice. I'm flying around trying to find this damn
I am considering I'm hoping somebody wants to do a wood, like a pile of people want to do a Wooder convoy.
They I don't know. I've been seeing in chat that like the drug runs and stuff like that have been really toned down.
Oh, well, that Widow isn't profitable
I had
anymore.
one
Like
mission
they
pay
made the
like
price.
7,000.
Spawn rate and whatnot. Like the spawn rate isn't good.